All right, we have a little quote from Thomas Gallaudet. We'll learn more about him in the future. So here's some sign hints. Sometimes signs just make sense. Others have a story of the sign's origin that can help you remember them, and those stories are part of deaf folklore. Some signs, though, still just need to be memorized. I will do my best to explain the story or a memory aid, but sometimes I'll say I don't know why it's signed this way, it's just the way it is. This next section is about glossing ASL. It's important to know what glossing is and kind of how it works because you're going to see it. I won't really be asking you to produce any of it. There's no written form of ASL. Sign writing tried to become a thing and it didn't really work. So deaf people write the spoken languages that they're already learning. Like with ASL, they already learn how to read and write English, so there's no real need for a separate written version. So there is a writing system called Gloss that was developed to translate signs. It has limitations, just like any form of writing does, but it's a quick way to describe signs, and so knowing how to gloss is not a requirement for learning ASL, but it can be a handy tool in your studies, and I use it to write. When I translate signs, I will write in gloss, so you might see that. If you get confused and you're not quite sure what a gloss means, this would be where to look. So there is some basic glossing information written all in capital letters or printed if you're handwriting it, and anything with a line, anything on top of that is a facial expression. There are some other rules in here. I'm not really going to go over those with you right now. If you want to read them, you can. It's more for you to be able to see what I mean when I write something. So if I type something with the little hashtag symbol and then ASL, like I'll do next week, that means that it's a spelled word. And last, we have vocabulary number 3. 4 signs we ask at the end of every lesson. Since, so far, up until now, you learn what? Since, so far, you learn what? What have you learned so far? So we're at the end of our very short little lecture for this week. You do still have some assignments to complete, and you'll see those in Canvas. One of your assignments will be using your notes or the PowerPoint and the video and going through and signing some of those examples. You'll have to spell a couple words. You'll have to sign some numbers, and I want you to type, you don't have to sign it, but type what you learned this week. What have you learned? You can tell me anything that you learned, something you thought was cool, something you thought was confusing, anything else. There'll also be a space there for questions. I will respond either directly to you or in the discussion post for the week, which will allow everyone to have the same, who has the same question, to all get it answered at the same time. Have a good week.